Alex Navarro.
I was hoping there was going to be another bwamp so I could do it on
No,
top of the bwamp.
There should be, though.
So there would be a bwamp and then there would be a bwamp.
Oh, do you want me to quit? And I'll just... Hold on, I'll just do it again.
Okay.
Ready?
Yes.
I just gotta wait for this to come back. It's a lot to go for the bit, but it's worth it.
You fucked it up.
Hold on.
You broke the game.
I didn't wait long enough.
Vinny Caravella.
Should we do it one more time?
No, I think that's enough. I think that's good.
Here we are. We're looking at the Turing test.
Oh, I failed this test a few times.
You are a robot. It actually doesn't say the name of the game here, does it? On the top. It is
called the Turing test.
It is a Turing test. We're here on Steam. It is $20 on Steam. This game is pretty neat.
Yeah?
It's
what is it exactly?
It is a Portal-like.
Okay.
Portal-like
first-person puzzle game?
Yes.
Okay.
Did you ever play the Talos Principle?
I watched people play the Talos Principle. I did not engage myself because that is exactly the kind of game that tends to drive me up the wall.
Okay, well let's jump into chapter 2. Let's see where that takes us. I'm here on chapter 4. Stuff's starting to get complicated. It's one of those games where if I jump in and we can't get a puzzle, it'll be infuriating.
Yes.
But I think by about chapter 2, things start to kind of kick off. Let's just see where it takes us. Oh wow, they really. Let's start at 11 here. The crew quarters are a cool spot.
All right.
We'll see if we can get there. If not, maybe we'll just jump later on.
All right.
So remind me before we end. We should check that out.
Will do.
Story here is here. Old Ava Turing.
All right.
Is on a space. Is on Europa.
What are the odds, really?
What are the odds? Well, hey. Nobody knew. Okay, I should back up because I'm about to say words that I haven't said yet. It's you and an AI.
Okay. I guess that's not that surprising.
Yeah. Hold on. This didn't carry over from my save.
What are you trying to turn on? Oh, the inverted?
I don't even say the words anymore.
Yeah, it's fair.
Oh, that didn't apply. I must have not hit apply. So you are with an AI.
Okay.
You're the only two people.
Try hitting A.
Well, yeah, I gotta get back out and then apply. There we go.
There.
On Europa at this point. The crew, it's a weird conceit.
It's always Europa.
It's a weird conceit. It's in my portal in between rooms.
Okay.
Now these rooms, before I go in, because they're gonna start talking in a second.
Sure.
The crew has cordoned itself off from the AI.
Okay.
Tom.
So there is crew on the station.
Yeah, on Europa.
So this is on the moon.
I believe so.
Okay.
And I could be wrong about some stuff. But what I think I know is that Tom says they have built these puzzle rooms because only a human, which can think laterally and creatively, could solve these.
So this is not like super advanced AI. This is like basic functional AI.
Tom would beg to differ.
Okay.
What condition should I expect?
But I mean, if it can't solve puzzles.
Went missing days ago. Chris is presumed dead. We are expecting to find.
Is this the AI?
Yeah.
This friendly British fellow?
Condition.
Chris is dead?
He was involved in an accident.
Let me turn on subtitles. The AI, I think the voice acting in this game is pretty great.
Yeah.
Let's
That actor sounds vaguely familiar.
He sounds like I picture his face in my head.
Yeah.
And I can't get him.
Hang on. I think I know the actor I'm thinking of.
It's craggy. He's got a craggy thin face.
Yes, I think I know. I'm gonna look this up to see if it's the actor I think it is.
Might have been a Disney villain. I'll find the subtitles while you're looking that up. Where is it not? Would it be an audio? Maybe there are no subtitles.
That'd be.
Oh, no, there they are at the bottom. Sorry, I'm just missing them. There we go. Sorry about that. I want to say it's not James Woods, but
No, it's a British actor I'm thinking of. It's none of these people. Hang on.
okay. I'll explain to the audience what we're doing here. We have to take these pellets, power pellets, and power different parts of the station with them. So I can, from far away, push the left trigger, zappity.
Albert Finney.
That's
who I was thinking of.
Oh boy, I don't think that's who I was
Okay.
thinking of. We'll hear a lot more of Tom coming.
All right.
So These power nodes, I suck them up into my gun and I can launch them
Okay.
from almost infinite distance. And these power nodes. So with no power, that door is shut. With power, that door opens.
Okay.
And that is the extent, that is the very basic extent of the puzzles. I will be trying to get through this door. I need 2 power nodules to get through that door.
So you got to pull one out.
Yeah. The problem is going to be when I pull it out,
That other door is going to close.
it's going to close. There are also switches like this.
Which will change which door is open.
Yeah, which redirect the power. So the trick is going to be,
Finding ones.
how do we do?
Right.
Right? So let's see. So things I could do are like this. Got it.
Oh, that's handy.
Right? And whoops. Let's see if we can grab it. Blammo.
You sure can.
So I have solved all these puzzles. In theory, I should be able to remember how to solve
Could we
them.
take a more direct way to the ground team?
Unfortunately, there is not a direct route. The base is buried under ice to protect it from the radiation of space.
Similar to the Mars base.
Similar, Europa's base is slightly deeper into the surface.
Actually, now that I'm hearing it more, it does sound like a different actor. I can't think who.
But Mars's surface
This
is
is going to drive me crazy.
I know, it's driving me crazy now because I could picture his face. I know. It's driving me a bit mad.
All right. Well, let's focus on the puzzles for the time being. And
Okay.
If the actor comes to me, I will yell it out.
So we can move this now back and forth. This is like a big old, what it looks like, a big magnetic thingamabobber. These power pellets are embedded in these cubes.
Okay.
And if I put them here, zoop, sucking them up. The guy I'm thinking of, who played Scar in The Lion King?
Oh, let me look that up.
Okay.
I haven't watched The Lion King in a very, very long time.
What? How is that possible?
I don't really like Disney cartoons that much.
I don't know if this is the right person I'm thinking of, but maybe it'll get us on a track. While that happens, I'm going to put this cube where you could put a...
Jeremy Irons.
Okay, that might be who I'm thinking
That's
of.
maybe closer.
Yeah, I think that's who
That's
I thought
closer
of.
than I was.
So I can grab this other cube here now, and we can use this.
The reality of this also is that it's none of the people we're thinking of who is actually the actor here.
Oh, you don't say. They didn't get Jeremy Irons?
I don't think they got Jeremy Irons or Albert Finney.
So let's put this over here. Is this where I want this to be?
What are you trying to make it do?
Oh, I just need to get this. I've been mostly... here I'm playing with a controller, but I've been mostly playing with mouse and keyboard. So if I fumble with the controls a bit, I apologize.
It doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of action you're having to balance, at least.
No, there isn't. And it was the jump button that I was looking for.
Oh, okay.
There is a jump button, and sometimes you need it to pull these things down. But got it. So in between rooms, you get this thing, hey, don't bring shit forward with you.
Right.
And then in each room, you get a little more Tom and
Okay, what are their
dialogue.
chances of survival here? Oxygen, the food stores, waste management.
Everything seems to be in order. There was a small problem with the food stores, but the crew fixed that up. We successfully transitioned over to a sustainable, small, artificial ecosystem a year ago, growing fruit and vegetables. It helps boost morale, amongst other things. The crew members could hypothetically survive here for their whole lifetimes.
I think chapter 2 through 3, or through the crew quarters, gives a pretty good setup of what's happening in this game narratively. So I'm going to try and make it through as much of this as possible. Here, I can swing this platform around. I believe this will power it back up. All right. I'm going to want that. I think this will move this guy. And these are powered, same thing with orbs inside of them. So I'm going to need 3 Orby Dorbies. Let's go down here.
It's my favorite Roy Orbison song.
Orby Dorby.
Yeah.
And Paper Doll. Okay, so we're going to want to pick this up. And then we're going to want to drop it on a platform. That's what I think, at least. least.
It seems like a viable solution.
Let's put that there. Oops, sorry. I've got to move this back over to control this. That seems about right. Good job, Caravelli. I don't think I can get this without locking it. Nope.
That did something else. What did that actually close up?
I don't know. I'm stealing you. And now I believe we can spin this around. Spin around this way.
Just a free orb.
Shoo. I don't know if this was the most efficient path, but it's a path. I'll put this in the middle. I think that's where this... I think that's close enough. Like I said, kind of sometimes have to jump for it.
Right. There you go.
All right. Blam. Stick that in there.
1 cube.
Hopefully we can just zap them all from here. Gotcha. Gotcha.
2 cube. 3 cube.
Great. I like the puzzle in this
My
game.
purpose as the overseer of this mission.
Yeah, the core
work with
design
ISA.
conceit here seems good. Like,
I am the ISS.
this is the kind of puzzle game I think wouldn't completely drive me crazy.
The distance between Jupiter and Earth make it inappropriate for the ISA to directly interface with the mission directives. As my AI core is stationed on Europa, I can make decisions instantaneously about the running of the base.
So there are like speakers and cameras here. That is how Tom is communicating with me. If you guys...
Right, the
Yeah.
AI would be everywhere.
It is
It would have to be
everywhere.
omnipresent.
All right. Some of the rooms are more involved than others, and it's not even necessarily a thing of how far you are into the game. Sometimes, like, to introduce a new concept, they'll just make the puzzles really short.
Right. Just give you a little taste to begin with.
Yeah. And Alex, you know my memory, which is like a fucking steel trap. So you know that this will all work out for the best, and I'll be able to remember the solutions to all of these. It's also a run button. There it is.
I mean, the core movement speed isn't too bad.
Oh, it's just on the other side. Boogers. All right, we can do this. I just messed this up. No, you're pretty fast. The maps,
That's what you're looking for.
yeah, that's what I wanted.
But you want to be outside that door,
I
right?
do. Yeah. Actually, that's what I do this. The maps can get a little weird, and there's some stuff that you'd be like, ooh, coming off a portal, you'd be like, that would never pass
Right.
the portal test. But for the most part, when you beat them, they feel pretty good.
Yeah.
Like this kind of stuff of like, oh, I need to bring something with me? That's weird.
I'm honestly kind of surprised more games didn't try to capitalize on sort of the Portal first-person puzzle craze. I mean, there were certainly plenty of games that did similar things, but like, I expected that to be a trend that was just driven into the fucking ground, the way a lot of things tend to be in games.
Yeah, to be honest,
The ISA know you're gonna make the right decision
this stuff is kind of interesting.
when they can't communicate with us.
Interestingly, I have a twin on Earth. His name is Michael.
Our mother always loved him
My
more.
twin to check firmware updates before they upload them to myself. There is a simulation of this mission on Earth running at all times to check my expert systems. Naturally, as any modern artificial intelligence running on a quantum computer, I do also have a large amount of evolutionary algorithms at my disposal. However, they were deemed as too unreliable for general use in the mission.
Why is that?
Biological systems produce biological results. Messy, unpredictable solutions. Not suitable for simulation.
Off button. Anyway, the thing about this game more than anything that I don't mind the portal stuff so much. It's actually I'm a little tired of Turing test Chinese room shit.
Right.
Schrodinger's cat fucking nonsense. I'm a little tired of it.
Okay.
Not saying it's not interesting and cool. I'm like saturated.
There's been a lot of that stuff, you know.
I just, I played through all those escape room things,
Right.
and I got a lot of it. So, also, this lady's name is Ava Turing. And
A little on the nose.
At some point, you are talking to her. Oops, sorry. I got to redirect some switches here. You're talking to Tom, and he's like, Ava, have you ever heard of the Turing test? And she's like,
Yeah, no shit, I invented it.
she's a little
What?
Bit, she's a little bit like, no. I think she's like, no. Like, maybe it's the Chinese room thing, but like, at some point, you're just like, come on.
Yeah.
Enough.
Give your characters more credit than that. Like, I understand it's narratively convenient to have the AI just sort of tell you everything that's happening, but like, come on.
I mean, your name is Ava Turing.
Yeah.
We'll probably see it. It's a part I'd like to get up to. I just gotta remember how to do this puzzle. All right, so I need another energy ball.
There's another one in there.
Which means I need to probably, stick that down there. A lot of this stuff is figuring out where to put the pieces so that you can
Most
suck 'em up.
effectively. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Ah, the purple room.
Mm-hmm. And things do change up. Hopefully I don't need that third one. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay, so these are bonus areas off to the side here. And they're actually some of the most interesting ones. I don't know if I did this one. Hopefully I did. Okay, yeah, I did. That's a motion detector, and it turns off that platform.
Right.
So if I just walk slowly.
It's like in Sneakers, man.
Yep. But this stuff is actually some of the coolest. Alex, I'm gonna need your assistance here with the keyboard.
What do I write?
Whatever you want.
Well, they've got me pegged.
You're failing it.
What do I do?
Win. Think. Beat it. Win it.
I'm not writing this.
What are you talking about?
This is actually true. Okay. Okay. What a dick.
There are some of the cooler parts in the game are like those moments. I like that part when I first hit it. But again,
I was gonna write "fuck you" and then it didn't let me.
Did the ISA...
Then it took over.
As the child of the ISA, I have been given authority aboard this station. I was designed by the ISA and the Ashiyama Corporation, designed in California, assembled in China. But here on Europa, I constructed myself.
Tom gets really fucking mad later.
Have you heard
Like
of the
mad,
Wait.
or wait, who's up there?
It's a test to see if a computer can successfully impersonate.
Who is that?
I don't know.
In the original Turing test, a human judge has two conversations, one with a machine and one with another human. They then judge which of these polite conversations is with a machine and which is with a human. The machine being tested is said to have passed the Turing test if the judge cannot reliably tell which conversation is with a machine and which is with a human.
Do you think you'd pass the Turing test?
I am quite capable of polite conversation. Wouldn't you say?
Here, Tom, you're
I'm
not
not sure how polite he is.
creeping me out at all.
Yeah.
You're definitely a good robot.
But also, who's that person up there?
I don't know. Who was that person up there? I honestly don't know.
Okay.
So here's where like rooms start getting a bit bigger, and it's like, oh shit, I need to like bring something with me from this other room,
Okay.
which can make things more complicated. I like small
Yeah.
rooms.
Condensed.
Yeah, condensed rooms.
So you just need to take the.
figure out exactly what I need.
Is there not an orb in there?
I already punched an orb into here.
Okay.
So
But wasn't there one in that other area you were just in?
in here?
No,
didn't see one
not
in
there. In that back area.
Let's take this with me. There was an orb in a box.
Oh, a box.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
never mind.
I'm gonna take that. Stick that in there. Take that orb.
That's what I was kind of getting at.
Stick the box in the machine. Oh shit. Oh shit!
Vinny, you fucked
Damn
up.
it. This
Not
is
too
what-
badly though.
This is why Tom can't do these. He would never have that insight.
Or
to
the
do that.
physical like being.
Taking you. Okay. It's funny, I guess last time I did this puzzle, I must have just done that the first time, because I don't remember having to think about that one.
The Turing test has been criticized. Researchers claim it does not correctly test a machine's
See, now it's
ability
like-
to think, but rather
Takes time.
its ability to deceive.
What do you mean?
Isn't deception an inherent part of thinking?
Have you heard of the Chinese room thought experiment?
No.
Imagine
Like if
are
you
in a room.
if you can think
In this
critically,
room, you are
being
past
able to
Chinese
deceive is sort of a key
citizens who are
component of that.
Inside the room is an instruction book written in English. This instruction book tells you which Chinese words to pass back through the slot in the wall as a response.
Away from the
By doing so, you have a conversation in Chinese. In the Chinese room, because the responses you pass back through the door are the correct responses, the person on the other side of the door is convinced you are a native Chinese speaker.
Well, they're wrong.
Perhaps they are not wrong. Because with the instruction book, you are having a conversation.
But the person stuck in the Chinese room is not aware of the conversation's content.
This
No.
is the problem with the Turing test. A computer can pass the Turing test, having convinced a human they are having a polite conversation, while the computer has no idea that a conversation has taken place.
What if both of the people passing
Oh,
Chinese
so
tests
close.
are reading from instruction books?
This was easier with the mouse.
I bet. Jump!
I might switch to the mouse just to do this one.
Yeah, you have to time it real quick.
It's just the aim on getting it
Yeah.
to this other part.
Jump! Oh!
Let's just. Oh,
I
oh.
can do this.
Yeah, you got it. You want to just do it?
I can't because it's inverted.
The mouse is inverted. All right, let me try one more time. I got it.
All right.
I don't think I have to be as precise getting that thing in there. Nope, that's not gonna do it.
There you go.
Got it. Nailed it.
I may be a machine, but I personally do not believe I am stuck inside the Chinese room.
Right, you would say that. I could peer inside your databases at any time, Tom. Or pause your operation.
Do not
Does
assume
Tom at
I
least
cannot
stand for
do this.
something? Like, is there an acronym?
Think so.
Okay.
When you see it written, I believe it is. All right, got some more stuff. We're gonna open up these blinds. I need juice box here. Is there, what did I miss?
Like a nice Minute Maid.
Oh, that'd be good. Did I miss anything? No, I don't
I
think
didn't
I did.
see you miss a thing.
Yeah, I want to open up these blinds so that this laser comes through.
You did open the blinds.
I gotta open up.
Oh, this one.
Yeah. As soon as I take that one out, unless there's one on the other side here I'm missing.
Gotta be something.
Yeah, I'm missing one.
I just didn't see anything.
That's the one I just put in. Oh, maybe that's what we're gonna do. Let's see. No, that's not what I was thinking. Okay, so I go up here. I want to shoot something in there. Is there something here? There it is.
That's your business.
There we go. Hooray!
Now you got a bendy ass laser.
Ho ho ho. Need that back.
Give me the orb.
This is the crew's quarters. It looks abandoned.
She put her gun down, so a story must be happening right
Yeah,
now.
so now you can kind of just explore a little more of the story. This is where you find out that shit went real bad with Tom. People don't
Here's
like
a good question. Why is he in the toilets?
I'm not going to go into everybody's room here,
Okay.
but you kind of have to read all these data pads and you'll find out that stuff kind of went badly. It's also a little tough to read these. Even like we're a little far away, but even on my computer monitor, it was a little tough to read these. So what you find out, I'll just kind of skip to the jump
the gist,
here,
yeah.
is that they found this like virus on Europa that
Okay.
repaired cells, which was basically making them immortal.
Oh.
And they tested it on themselves. That's a long story short. But the thing that they also found out, one of the doctors found out, I think this is she. We can kind of get to the end here. She finds out that there's an implant in everybody that's actually controlling some of their thought process.
Oh.
She takes it upon herself to take out the implant by herself and like fucks herself up pretty badly.
I mean, yeah.
And then, but the implant's in the rest of the people and they're turning everybody against her. So they kind of ostracize her.
Because she unplugged.
She unplugged and everybody's kind of turning against her. And she says at the end here, I managed to get Chris on my side. He's agreed to test some medical procedures with me in private. It will be more difficult one-handed. Again, she messed herself up pretty badly, but I must persevere. I'm hoping to keep this out of the eyes of Tom, though I have a feeling he will still be listening.
Okay, so basically, presumably, the implants are causing people to go against her specifically because she unplugged from the system.
Right. And so in the beginning of this, also, they say that Tom is not up on current events.
Right.
Because they also severed a satellite uplink from where you were like in a ship, I think, orbiting around. So Tom doesn't have the most recent data from after that uplink. So he doesn't actually know what happened. But I think pretty soon, we'll end this pretty soon now. I think we're moving into chapter 3. He kind of figures it out and starts getting real pissed at them because they were trying to shut Tom out.
I see.
Nobody shuts Tom out.
Tom needs to know what's going on. It's his whole job.
These people should not have been sent here. It's not safe.
Manned space travel is not safe. Since mankind first entered space, the debate has raged over the value of manned space travel. There is a
Pressure
large
pad over there.
contingent of the ISA that believes all tasks that need to be performed on Europa could be performed by machines. It is obviously less risky to send machines rather than humans into space.
So when that pressure pad is pushed, that door closes. So what I need to do...
Let's get across. Or set it down.
I gotta set it down.
That should do it.
And then In here. Aha.
Very tricky.
I think pretty soon we're going to see one of the
We sent drones to Earth's moon.
next mechanics, and then we'll
Scientists
stop
can
it.
remotely
Okay.
operate drones. If we did it there, why not here too?
Teleoperation became possible on the moon when the communication latency was reduced to 1.4 seconds. The distance between the Earth and Earth's moon is approximately 1.3 light seconds. This enables near real-time control of drones by scientists. The story is different with Europa, as
Yeah, that's
the
far.
distance between Earth and Jupiter oscillates between approximately 32 and 53 light minutes. It takes a very long time for Earth to communicate with Europa. Due to that distance, teleoperation will never be possible on Europa.
Okay, but why not control drones from the satellite?
Why not indeed? My systems can be teleoperated from Europa's satellite. That is when the communication lines are opened. However, the advantages of human field workers apparently outweigh the risks.
You know, now that you mention it, this mission has a whole mess of bullshit attached to it that maybe we should have thought
I
through
am
better.
not permitted to
There you
think
go.
laterally. Parts of my systems are permitted to use evolutionary algorithms. This simulates what is called creativity. However, evolutionary algorithms can converge on inefficient and ethically suboptimal solutions. Since this is the case, I am only permitted to take actions in response to a set of constraints.
What do you mean by morally suboptimal?
Solutions to problems that transgress ethical boundaries.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to do that.
I'm doing this one right. I remember this one took me a little while.
Made it that far.
Well, so we have to keep that in there. Actually, can I bring this back down?
You could just fire that one out the door, couldn't you?
I want to bring,
The box.
yeah. I want the box to be with me as long as possible.
You have another orb you can shoot in
Yeah.
there.
That's exactly. Yes. Now I've got 2 and a box. Ain't no stopping me now. Okay. Now I can just plug this in. And I have 2 free orbs.
Nice.
And an exit right here.
Get it.
Why does a lack of creativity stop you solving these tests?
Well, I contend that problem solving is creativity. These human interaction tests are exercising your creative mind.
I don't see how problem solving is creative.
I like this whole line
Think
of dialogue
back to
here.
the
Yeah.
beginning of these tests, to the first puzzle you solved. It required you to throw a box through a window. Do you remember?
Yeah, I think so.
I simply had never thought to throw a box through a window. That is creativity, thinking outside of the box.
Yay.
Can a computer ever be creative?
They can. But a computer's method of creativity is to try everything until something works.
Broke it.
Think of nature. People consider nature creative. The process of evolution by natural selection. It perhaps started with one organism. From there, it essentially tried to create every organism it could. Those organisms that did not survive perished. So, nature's creative force is to try every conceivable idea.
So it's more like a computer.
Those ideas that work survive.
Okay, so why aren't you permitted to emulate that process?
Because the solutions that a biological process creates are not always good solutions. As we
Say that
see,
again, bud.
nature is morally ambivalent. It will happily create morally suboptimal ideas to fulfill its creative mandate. We see this in parasitic worms, viruses, and pathogens.
All right, I think one more bit here.
You're a
If you weren't
parasitic
restricted,
worm.
do you think you could be creative?
As creative as a human? Certainly. You believe yourself to be a creative?
So this is the
In
next bit,
mathematical terms,
the
creativity
timed
is
bits.
merely constrained chaos.
What do you mean?
I have discerned that creativity is divergent thinking, creating an organic solution to a problem. In the human mind, divergent thoughts are created and then curated by the frontal lobe. I can create divergent thoughts and moderate them. So, I am creative.
Organic solutions?
Organic, in that it is developed through a biological process, whether that is the process of evolution or a computed process.
Okay. So these little timed orbs are the kind of the next
Right.
mechanic, and you end up playing with these for a bit. The weird part about this is you can't rearrange them once they're in your weapon.
You have to shoot them in the right order.
You have to shoot them in the right order, exactly. Or retrieve them. And some of the puzzles take advantage of that. Some
Right.
of them, it's not a huge deal.
Why would you even make those green orbs? Why would you do that?
Well, so Tom couldn't. Oh shit! So Tom couldn't figure it out.
I mean, is Tom really the driving force behind everything here?
Kind of. What?
Oh, where's the box?
There's one more bit of dialogue that I like, or more Tom. Oh shit! Hit the wrong button. Tom monologue, I should say. It's not really dialogue.
Yeah, he kind of does just sort of talk at you.
Yeah. Tom would never be able to figure out this puzzle. I mean, one of the things that I found, and maybe this will be explained later, but Tom doesn't. I mean, Tom's just following me. Like,
Right.
I don't. Maybe this was explained earlier, but why does he need to physically solve anything? It's kind of just in the system.
Maybe that's the thing, is that he's would you kindlying through all their fail safes.
Or maybe I'm Tom.
It's possible.
All right, let's finish this bit up. So we're gonna need to turn doors on and off. This is all powered from what? This box?
Looks like it.
Oh.
There it is.
I passed before one of the extra
Mhm.
bits.
Okay, so you could solve
I
these
like this
tests,
part.
but in a terrible fashion. Can you think of a solution to this one?
Chop off your arm and leave it on the button. That way the door will stay open.
It's
a bad plan.
That's not a great solution.
You threw the box through the window. Perhaps we could throw you through the window.
Actually, Tom, I think I'm okay for help.
Right you are.
So like, I think that's a pretty good bit
Yeah.
of like, I don't know, that part I like. So originally,
I like that they're playing with the conceit a little bit and not just like, droning on and on about, the nature of AI versus
Yes.
self. Like they're having a little fun with it at least.
yeah, they explore some new territory.
Yeah.
Which is fun.
Or if not new, at least generally underexplored in these kinds of games.
Underexplored, yeah. Because boy, we've all seen a lot of like, who's the real machine? I am.
The answer is me.
I am.
We are the real machines. We're
Can I
just
have an
wet
update on the
machines,
crew?
man.
I have not managed to track them down.
It will have been 6 years since I've seen them. Or any.
I think that's probably a good place
Yeah.
to end.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
Seems well made.
It is. It's tight.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know exactly where it's going. Obviously, you can kind of see the portal roots
Right.
here. Like, would this game exist without a
Like if
portal?
you just
or,
sucked all the sense of humor out of it and made it a little bit, a little bit more of a traditional sci-fi story.
Yeah, and I kind of like it.
Yeah.
And the puzzles haven't been so horrible yet.
Right.
I was going
You're about halfway through.
I don't know. Like, it seemed like it from the chapter select. This is the first time I'd ever
Right.
looked at the chapter select.
Yeah, it seems like you're pretty far along here.
Just load this up really quickly and see if there are any new mechanics, which I think the timing pulsing stuff was about the end of where the newest thing I remember.
I'm a little bit worried about you, Tom. Can you give me a diagnostic of your systems?
I am fine. We must get to the biolab. I have something to show you.
That's not ominous.
Right? Doesn't that want to make you get to that biolab?
Yeah, I cannot wait to get to that biolab right now because obviously something really great is going to be waiting for you there. Something totally good and not at all fucking malicious and destructive.
Like not something horrible and like that would make your tongue want to like jump out of its body and run away. I don't know why your tongue.
I mean, that's a start.
Yeah, it's one of the first.
It's a part of your body that should not run away.
But yeah, I'm not gonna complete this puzzle. A, because I haven't done it yet, which means we could just sit here forever and ever. And B, because I don't want to give too much of this game away. I like it and I like what it's doing. So that is, I almost said that's the Talos principle. That is the Turing test. Again, I think it's available for $20 on Steam.
Thanks, Vinny.
I don't think it's on consoles, but I could be wrong. Don't pin me to that. But
all right.
We're playing it on the computer here.
I won't ping you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.